Hi everyone, I'm Mrs Mapplebeck and we're here today to have some fun with rhythm. Now rhythm can sound like a scary word, but it's not really. It's just a collection of long and short sounds put together. So our first game we're going to play today is called Don't Clap This One Back. But in order to play it, I need to teach you 4 rhythms and we're going to put some words to the rhythms. So we're going to clap on each syllable of the word. So for example, if I say and clap something, will you copy it straight back? So I'll do it first, and then when I go like that, you do it. So our first one, I hope you'll remember. I hope you all like chocolate. This goes, yummy, tasty chocolate. Chocolate. Got the idea? So I do it, then you do it. So let's try that again. So here's mine. Yummy, tasty chocolate. Now let's try the second rhythm. So remember mine first. It goes fatter than a caterpillar. Fatter than a caterpillar. Brilliant. I hope you've got them. So we've got yummy, tasty chocolate, fatter than a caterpillar, and the next one is some long and short sounds. It goes like this. Who did it? You did it. Did it you? Wonderful. And so we've got 3, haven't we now? Yummy tasty chocolate, fatter than a caterpillar, and who did it? You did it. There's one more and it goes like this. Don't clap this one back. Now, I hope you all clapped that rhythm, but I'm kind of being a bit tricksy, because that rhythm tells us not to clap back, doesn't it? And that's the game. Okay, so that's the only time you're allowed to clap. Don't clap this one back. Okay, so the game is, if you hear yummy tasty chocolate, fatter than a caterpillar, or who did it, you did it, you're allowed to clap. If you hear don't clap this one back, you must stay really still. Okay, so to make the first round a bit easy, I'll say the words with the rhythm to make it easier so you can recognise it. In the second round, I'm going to do it without words. So here we go. So if you hear don't clap this one back, you must stay really still. So ready? Yummy, tasty chocolate. Fatter than a caterpillar. Who did it? You did it. Yummy, tasty chocolate. Don't clap this one back. Okay, so I hope you all sat really still at the end because we heard it was the rhythm, don't clap this one back. So now, round 2. I'm not going to say the words. You're hopefully going to hear them in your head and recognise the different rhythms. So you might recognise yummy, tasty chocolate, but I'm not going to say it out loud. Yummy, tasty chocolate's going to sound like this. Do you hear how we could still hear the words, but I just didn't say them out loud? So you ready for round 2, everybody? Okay, here we go. Okay, should we have clapped that last one? Okay, if you didn't, you got that right. It was don't clap this one back. Now this is quite a fun game you can play with adults at home even. You could teach them the 3 rhythms, the yummy, tasty chocolate, fatter than a caterpillar, and who did it, you did it. And then teach them what to do with don't clap this one back. And you could pretend to be me trying to get them out with don't clap this one back. So I hope you enjoyed that game. Now we're going to do some rhythms, but using the word ta, using it for one beat. So if I clap something with the words ta, would you copy it for me? So remember, I go first. I just want you to copy ta, 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 ta. Brilliant. So the ta just means one beat. It's one sound, one beat. Okay? So ta. Now I'm going to do some more, and I'll do it, and then you copy when I go like that. Okay, so here's mine. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta. Well done. Now, I hope you followed those, but because it's on a video, you can press pause, go back and do it again. If not, continue on, that's great. So you saw me go ta, and then I did this. We had a little break, didn't we? That's a rest. The silence in music is a rest, okay? And we can put those in our rhythms too. So ta, rest. Okay? So now we have clapped some rhythms and got our word for our one beat. Clap, ta. We're going to look at how we're going to write and create your own rhythms. Okay? So for this, I'm going to appear in a little screen and I'm going to show you something called a rhythm grid. I hope you can all see the screen in front of me. This is what a rhythm grid looks like. So we have some boxes here and I have put some dots in, okay, or coloured in circles. So these coloured in circles are going to be our tars that we just did. You know, the tar for one beat. Okay, so it's going to represent one beat, one clap. Okay, we have 4 squares along the top. And we have, shall we count the dots together? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so each one is a tar and a clap. Okay, so if I do the first line, it would sound ta, 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 ta. So if you follow the dot, ta, 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 ta. Okay, do you want to give it a go with me? Ready? 1, 2, off we go. Ta, 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 ta. Brilliant. Now, if we have a look at the second line here, this time I've got a dot in the first square. Instead of calling the squares 1, 2, and 3, we're going to call them beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So we've got a dot in the first beat, so we know we're going to tar. Dot in the second one, so we know we're doing a tar. Dot in the third one, so we know we're doing a tar. But in the fourth one, I haven't got anything. I wonder what you think that means. Do you know? I'm sure you do. It means we're going to do one of those rests I was talking about before, where we're going to be quiet. So this time we've got 3 tars. So I'll sing it. Will you sing it and clap it back after me? So here's mine. Ta, ta, ta. Ready? Ta, ta, ta. Brilliant. Okay, and just because this is a video, you can press pause and have a little go if you didn't quite get it. Okay, the really exciting things coming up in a second when we put a rhythm in the background and we clap it along. But let's have a look at line 3. So I've made these rhythms up and you're going to do your own in a second. So let's have a look. So we've got a tar in beat 1, tar in beat 2, beat 3 this time we haven't got anything, and then beat 4 we've got a tar. So when we don't clap anything, sometimes it's good to do this with our hands. So it goes tar, tar, rest, tar. Shall we try that together? Ready? Ta, ta, rest, ta. Wonderful. And let's take a look at the last one now. Line 4. We've got a tar in the first beat, rest in the second, tar on the third beat, and rest on the fourth. So if I clap it and sing it, and you do it. So it's going to go tar, rest, tar, rest. Ready? Tar, rest, tar, rest. Wonderful. Okay everyone, so now you can see me, I've disappeared, but I'm going to put a rhythm on in the background and we're going to try and clap along with the rhythm. Okay, so here we go, here's the sound. Okay, so just see if you can feel that. And then we're going to clap line 1. Line 1, off we go. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, I hope you all got that. Let's try it again. Line 1, off we go. Ta, 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 ta. Line 2, off we go. Ta, ta, ta. Line 2, off we go. Ta, ta, ta. See how we're doing everything twice? Okay. Line 3, off we go. Ta, ta, rest, ta. Line 3, off we go. Ta, ta, ta. Okay, now we're going to do line 4. Remember, we've got the rests there. So what line 4, off we go. Ta, ta. Line 4, off we go. Ta, ta. Those are my rhythms that I've made, but it's your turn to make them. Okay, so there's no wrong answer here. This is the quite exciting thing. You get to be the boss and decide where you want to put those beats, those tars, okay, those 1 beat notes. And you might have heard the background noise, okay. It's quite interesting. You might see something here. I think, what has Mrs Mapplebeck got? A pot on her piano for? Why has she got spaghetti? Is she hungry? Am I cooking? Well, it's quite interesting. Did you hear that rhythm that I put on that we were clapping along to? I played that on some instruments, but not instruments you might think. You might have percussion instruments at school, things that you hit to make a sound. You might have a drum, maracas that you shake, but you might not have those at home. And you might think, well, I don't just want to clap. You can also create your own instruments at home. I created that backing track just with a pan, some spaghetti, believe it or not. Recognise that sound? Okay. Or you can make spaghetti sound like a maraca, like a shaker. Can you hear soft sounds? So musical instruments are sort of all over the place. We've got some spaghetti. My favourite, found some chopsticks. So we could play the first line here, couldn't we? And go ta, 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 ta with our chopsticks. I'm sure you'll all have some of these at home, some spoons. If I play line 2 here, I'm going to go ta, ta, ta. Or I found some scrummy kind of chocolate dip thing. Little drum. An old sweetie tub. Another drum. Okay, so you can have a lot of ideas of making up musical instruments. Okay, and then you could play your rhythms on your musical instruments just like I did. This is quite cool as well. If you've got some mice at home, you can create a shaker. Ta, ta. Okay, that's quite cool. So you can have lots and lots of fun with this. I'm going to show you your sheet now. But your sheet looks exactly like this. But can you see down the side, everyone? Here, I've wrote, I'm going to play the first line of my rhythm by clapping or body percussion, because you know what? We've used our body to create sounds by clapping. We've used our voice for the tar, but we can also click. Okay, we could pat our shoulders to make a different sound. We could pat our shoulder like this and then clap. So we could go ta, 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 ta to make different sounds as well. I could say, you know what? I'm going to play my first line 4 times. I'm going to play it on my shoulder once, ta, 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 ta. Clap it once, ta, 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 ta. Click it, ta, 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 ta. And shoulders, ta, 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 ta. There's loads of different things you can do. You can change it up, ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. That could be line 2. So you get to decide because it's your job. Okay, this is your mission. Okay, everyone. So if you have a look, This is what your sheet will look like, completely empty. So you get to write your beats in there, your tars. And now what I'm going to do, because then you can come back to this once you've wrote it in, and you might want to perform it. How cool would that be? Creating your own instruments and then performing your own rhythms that you've created today. Okay everyone, so now you've got your rhythms in your rhythm grid, you've got your instruments at the ready. Go and do a little performance if you like. That's always a fun thing to do. A top tip as well, you could think about playing some things really, really soft and some things really, really loud to make your performance more interesting too. But most of all, have fun with it and enjoy creating your rhythms. See you again soon. Bye bye everyone. So I'm going to count you in. I'll go 1, 2, off you go, and then you can start, okay? So here we go, here's the track. 1, 2, off you go.